And that's what it is. Alright, this is gonna be the J1J1792P commentary of style TAS commentary. Yeah, already it's going pretty well. Alright, so let me just activate a bunch. Let me just press O. Oops. No. There we go. Alright, let's have this too. Alright, so yeah, that one needed like 7 damage. And that's 7. This is 5 hits. I need to do 5 hits with the knife. And that's it. There's something really complicated with that ghost fight that I'll show later. And this is our first skit, of course. This one, there's just no way. Like even these last 2 jumps, it was difficult to get as it is. Like it's actually kind of surprising that I was able to get those 2 last ones. This one is the first instance where I have to get good RNG where I don't take damage there. Here you jump, worse than you found that, figured that out. And that one, I come out of the wall. That's hard to explain. I need to knock this. And then have it again. Alright, so this is some manipulation right there in the water. I'll explain later, but it's... You can see in the bottom my coordinates that... Yeah, that was pretty complicated. Alright, so let's do this slowly this time. So, oh man, look at this. Let me explain every single frame here. This is walking, man. You press left, you can see here, down here. Then I'm pressing left. Oh man, such a TAS tech. It's frame perfect every time. You have to press left for every frame. It's ridiculous. Okay, well, alright, so I deal 7 damage here. 6 damage with the knife and 1 damage with the whip. So worse than you figured out that you can do this with 1 jump, which I didn't know because it's literally the first time I was TASing back then, back like several months ago. Alright, so I jump at like, let's see here. I think that was just trial and error. I should, look, it doesn't matter. Just, as long as I'm like right here and all the weapons hit, you know, and I don't take damage and die, then it's fine, you know. So first, I use the whip first because the waiting time required is it becomes less. His legs are a shield, so I need the whip to hit like now. Like you see that there's a small gap here. I could show you the numbers, but you don't care. I don't care, so you shouldn't. Look, I'll be replaying this task over and over through this commentary, so I guess we'll have a chance to see. So it'll take less time to wait like this, and have the knife go here. So that's 1, and then 2. This is where we show you the real TAS tech here. Right and then left. So that's 2 hits, and then right and left again. That's it. He's dead. If I were to use the whip last, then I would have had to waited like 8 frames. Since this knife attack, I have to wait 8 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the whip to actually like come and attack. So that's why it's better to use the whip earlier. And here, I mean, it's a no-brainer, of course. So here, what do I do here? Oh yeah, look at that. So maybe I'll reset for this part, because I definitely need to show you. First of all, let me show you this. Here's the whip, and it attacks now? Is that right? I can't see crap. But you saw numbers, so just look at that and you'll see how close they were. So here, as I go up the ladder, in my previous task, I aligned with this ladder. That's why I walked up the ladder and then came back down. I wasn't picking up this EXP for anything. So yeah, EXPs are useless, which is kind of sad because I was hoping I would have the damage boost a lot, but no. Nokolapi would have been an interesting place to damage boost, but no, not that either. Alright, so where was I? So I jump immediately, and you see here, I'm not going to hold left in the next 2 frames, and this is going to change because of that. This subpixel right here, 1/10 of a pixel. So I'm slowing down to 80% of my speed. My normal speed is 3, so I'm going at 2.4. Look, the point is that I'm at 0.2 right now. You'll see why that's important later. But right now I'm standing at exactly 250, and if I align with the ladder and stand at 250, I wouldn't be able to hit this guy. I'll show you. I want to do this right now. Okay, when did he spawn? Okay, when I jump, and then... Okay. 411. Let's do this again. Because I need to show you this part. Oh my god, I just skipped through it. I was trying to fast forward through it, but... Okay, here, right on this frame, you can see here, so I'll show you what these numbers really mean. First of all, the top left means like the... So if we go by these yellow lines, the top left is this line, the bottom left is this line. So these two are the x coordinates, left and right, and then these two are the y coordinates on the right side. So this is the top left number, and this is the bottom left number. So we see here that the edge of this knife is at 290.2. Okay, and then we see that hitbox of Ghost Lord is at 290 exactly. So if we were to align with this ladder, we would have to be 3 more pixels to the right. I would have to be standing at 253 to deal this knife damage. So I went with this. I could have went with a different like integer align, but I went with the subpixel align for a reason, and you'll see why. So I do this spin knife, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I do 3 hits that way, and then I just go left, and I keep going left because I don't need to use this short knife. Its range is like too short now, so now I use 2 more, and he's dead. And now I just keep going right. Now here's the thing. So you see the door has now opened. Let's see. So my x coordinate as at 13. That's gonna be at 10. You enter this this door at 11, or let's see how it works. So if you're standing at 11, somewhere between 10 to 11, then you can, and if you press left for 1 frame, then you will start walking into the door. So I don't want to be at 11 because I actually enter the next level 1 frame later. That's bad. Let me scroll this actually. I mean, of course that's bad. I mean, that's 1 frame later. So that's why I aligned with this ladder. The real reason for that is because if my x is 10, then I can go into this into the door and come out of the next room 1 frame earlier. But then it would actually be slower because the Ghost Lord I would have to be closer to the right. I'd have to standing more closer to the right to kill Ghost Lord. So I have this subpixel amount so that I can kill Ghost Lord and I can enter this door earlier. And it's at 0.2 because I think you can see here right now. Look at my speed: 9.4, 8.6, 7.8. So my speed is 0.8 right now. So I think the condition for appearing in the next. I didn't try this with like every possible subpixel, okay, but it's somewhere between like the limit is somewhere like 10.4 probably. It's probably not 10.6. So I need my X position when I'm at this door to be 10.6, like less than 10.6. By how much I don't know, but I know that 10.4 does work. So I do have some leeway, I guess. So anyway, let's go to the next room. It takes 56 frames to get to this to have the next screen appear after I press left to go into the door. All right, so I mean this is the hardest boss I've ever fought. Look, man, I have to jump like frame perfectly here, and then I touch the line head. So you probably know what a raindrop is. You see it all the time in RTA, but I'll explain it later. No, I mean, I'll explain it later, as in a few seconds later. Let me just show you. So I go into the wall. I'm at 588 right now. I walk 3 pixels per frame. That's my speed. Oh, look, it's 4 pixels for this frame, for this one frame. And then I jump, and I go down. And I just keep doing that. So what's going on is, usually when you raindrop, you basically you go into the wall by an exact amount, and the wall tries to push you, but it pushes you in the wrong direction, I guess. Basically, so it just pulls you in. I don't know why that happens. It just does. Maybe it was intended. So you want the good align, and the good align is to grapple the wall that you want to raindrop down. It's called a raindrop because raindrop found it and you drop. But we don't have the grapple claw. Yeah, this. Did I even explain to you what low expert is? Oh my god. Low expert is it's low because low level bosses, these are easy bosses, but it's expert because I have like no equipment and my HP is 32. That's like, look at all this entire HP bar. Usually you would have it like full by the end of the game, but in this time attack I have like that much. It would usually be like, what's the maximum? Is it like 250, 280, 290, something like that? I don't know, but it's somewhere around there. Anyway, I don't have the grapple claw, which would make this very convenient. So I have to do it the inconvenient way, which is to touch this head and go down. So, and also, you do 2, here, let me show you, you jump for 2 frames, and that makes you go down 20 pixels instead of the usual 10 that most RTA runners do. And this is frame perfect, but it's doable. So that makes raindropping actually very fast as a way to travel, I guess. Sometimes faster than just falling, if the fall is not like that high, I guess. So now let's see this next part. So I jump immediately because I want to fall as soon as possible. So you see this this corner needs to not touch this ground here, and it succeeds in doing that, right? So I do this because this next boss's trigger it's not like it's not vertical. Let's say it's horizontal. It's actually, you need to touch like around this moment. So once I get past somewhere around here, the boss is now spawned and he's now coming down. So I would usually just fight like right next to him, right here. But I go up to like here and jump, because the first jump I only need to do a wave. And I try to do this as fast as possible, but I try to get my first attack in as fast as possible. But this is the soonest I can do it, no matter what it seems like. And here I could get 3 whip hits in, but I only do 2 because I just do a shorter jump and just do 2 hits. This is I'll explain why later. You'll see why later in the 3rd jump. So this is new because he has iframes. So if you attack him once, then this starts ticking. The whip is so slow though that, oh no, in this case it's fine. Never mind. Yeah, it hits right when this becomes 0, and he has 14 iframes. So you wait 14 frames, and every 15 frames you can hit him. That's how it works. You hit him once, you wait 14 frames, you hit him once. So anyway, I just come back down here, and so I started back here. So it doesn't matter because, you know, I just stand back here, and look at how precise this is now. So I jump immediately, of course, because why not? But 361, that's this line. And look at here, 361. It's like exact. There's like, if I'm even forward by like 1 bit here, but like that's gonna kill me. Let me get these back like this again. So it's just another 2 whips again, like this. And so the whip does 2 damage, as you can see here. I just decided I was thinking I was just gonna not explain it because you can see the numbers, but I guess it's important to know. This guy has 24 HP, and I had to balance out using the whip and the knife. You can see that I can barely hit him with the whip right now, so I can't even use the knife actually. Not right now. But then something changes. I wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How long did I wait? 8? Okay, 8 frames. I wait 8 frames, and now I jump. And the reason for that. Alright, so I'm gonna use the whip now. His head, you can see his head bobbing. I could find the exact acceleration and speed at which his head bobs, because, you know, I have this, but I'm not going to. All I know is that his head bobs, and it's horrible. So I hit him now, and his head, you can see his head like starting to go to the right. Not right now. Well, here. All right. So I do a right now. I did a full jump. So previously I did an 18 frame jump and a 25 frame jump. Those are not like full jumps. So I was just making my jumps shorter so I could land earlier. But the thing is, I need to do this, these 31 frame jumps for the next 2. And that's because I need to get knife hits, like plural, 2 knife hits. Look at how barely I get it too. So I need to get a knife hit and 2. No, I need to get a whip, a knife, and a knife. And that is like, that's not frame perfect. That's not just frame perfect. That's like, considering his head bobbing and how random it is. Look at how random his head bobbing is. It just goes wherever the hell it wants to. If you look at it like frame by frame. So I don't get the logic in it, but look at that. Now it goes down, and now it goes up, and now it goes down and right, and now it goes like down. I don't get it right now. But the opportunity to use a whip, like right here, the first chance to get to use the whip, you then use the knife when his iframes die out, and then one more. And I'm gonna do this to show it more clearly. There, it's like, it's just, it's frame perfect. Like, everything needs to go perfectly for this to work. This fight is the least satisfying of all of these. It looks really stupid because you just, instead of like spin knifing and killing them instantly, this one you have iframes. This is the only guy who has iframes that you need to kill. So he just really stands out among everyone. But like, I have to tell myself, this is actually really difficult. There was actually a tighter Nookavali fight, or we just call him Jackrabbit. But I didn't know about the spawning thing, so I jumped like around here instead of all the way back here. I jumped here and I touched the ceiling and I landed like all the way here. So I spawned him around this point. So he spawns like really late. And I thought it was perfect because I could just jump, attack, and I land. And the moment I land, I jump and attack 4 times. Like, it was perfect. And then I realized I can spawn him way earlier. And now it just looks dumb because I wait for like 8 frames on the second jump. I'll show you again. Like, look at all these fights in the start. Like, the later fights are pretty good. But here, man, this guy's like, this guy's nothing, man. You know? And this guy too. Just playing easy, right? And I do this, and here. And then that wait, right? That 8 frames of waiting. That's not like, that's not a 1/10 of a second. That's like, how much is it? Let me look it up. That's That's a, that's one. That's a 7.5. Look. That's like 1 second divided by 7.5. That's what I'm saying. That is like, that is noticeable. You get what I mean? That is very noticeable. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Here you can see that I entered the door at 11. And you know what? I'm just holding left, so there's like no way to go like faster here. I did try for some reason because I'm dumb, but holding left, like there's no reason to not hold left for a few frames, honestly, to like, I don't know, align with the wall or something like that. If it's just like the door's right here. That's like, that's basic. I mean, some games could be like pretty weird and some weird stuff happens. Oh, here, this is a very interesting room. I had like 3 strats. The first strat I had was to, what did I do? I jumped onto this. Oh, my first idea, this was the RTA strat idea I had. I jump on here and not touch the slope. I don't touch the slope and land here again. And I don't touch the slope and land here. I go here and I align. First of all, I was thinking of alignment with the left side of this decayed pot, but I decided to align with this. It's I mean, it's obviously closer, but then now I have to fall here, and then I have to jump here, and you see that this is an object. I'll just do this, and maybe also this. So you see that there's an object here. Oh, what? Oh my god. Dude, I pressed P, that's the fast forward button. But objects, if you're like pressing left or right and landing on an object, then it breaks your align, whatever align you had. So I aligned with this wall, and this breaks the align. So I want to land without pressing direction button, and then I want to walk all the way here and do a raindrop. So I mentioned aligns a few times, so I guess you might be wondering what those are. So here, that was the first strat I had, right? The second strat I had is that I touch this slope, and then I walk on it deliberately for like 50 frames or something like that. That was slow. So then I just did neutral jumps, where I mentioned that I walk at like 80% of my speed so that I get like different subpixels. Well, even this this right side, the like really tiny 1/1,000,000th of a pixel part, that also changes too. And you want to, it changes in a very consistent way. So I just made it add up cumulatively until it reaches this like 1,000th of a pixel. And when it does, it actually turns into an integer, because if you're really good at controlling these 1/1,000,000th of a pixel changes, now I'm gonna have to explain what those are, or maybe I'll just not explain that. Look up floating point imprecision. That's all I'll tell you. So because of imprecision, or FPI, floating point imprecision, FPI. So FPI can like add up to like several thousandths of itself, I guess, if you know how to do it. But that was also slow compared to this. You see, this align doesn't work. None of these aligns work. Yeah, I tried aligning with all of these, and only this wall and this wall worked. At least that's what I thought at first. When you do raindrops, you need to be in an exact pixel like position here, and you walk at 3 pixels per frame. So if you want to walk, if you're at like 99 and you need 100, then you can't just walk 1 pixel, because you'll just no, what you want is 101, I guess. So if you're standing at 99 and you want 101, which is inside the wall, you need to walk 2 pixels, and you can't do that because if you press against the wall, you'll just get 100 because you'll align with this wall. So how do you walk 2 pixels? You align with a different wall. So maybe this one gets you like a different number, and then you walk all the way up to the wall and see if that works. Anyway, here, okay, look, I'm pressing left, so I'm just trying not to touch this wall, I guess. Note that this, when you're going upwards, this is the corner of your hitbox compared to like solid objects. Instead of this this floor hitbox, your hitbox is like different when you're like going upwards or something like that, I guess, or various different situations. It depends. So right here, it's almost gonna touch, and then I go past it. I go through the floor. Let me just try to. I don't need this. I don't need this. And I don't think I need this. No, I guess I'll keep that. All right. So you see, I'm inside the wall, the floor, and I'm. All right. There you go. I aligned with the inside of the wall. Basically, the slope. This slope does not like is not solid when I'm going upwards. I guess this is true for no, and it's just slopes are pretty weird. I don't know what to even say about it. So I'm still going upwards, and now I'm gonna go down this next frame, and I land here. And the thing about slopes that I don't understand, but it just happened to be pretty convenient, is I walk left, right. I walk right, and for one frame, it lets me just it just lets me keep my integer position, I guess. So, and then I just jump. So I don't. The slopes give you like a different speed because, of course, you're going up slope. You're gonna go, walk slower, or even down. If you're going down a slope, it also makes you go slower. Anyway, you don't want those speeds because you want 3 pixels per frame. And now here I walk left, but this is like 1.5, and there's like no FPI, as they call it. I'm just really feeling like telling you what FPI is right now. But anyway, I land here exactly at 588, and I walk right for 1 frame, and I jump. And I just done. Now here, I need this. So look at where I am. I go right, and I jump here, and I start falling. Oh, that's so good. Worse than you did it. Worse than you did this, but he optimized this like really well because I try to make it go faster, and there's like nothing. So I stop like right here when the transition happens. This is good because okay, now I'm all the way here, but look, I'll just snap back. There we go. So this is good that I'm inside the wall for 1 frame, inside the ceiling for 1 frame, because my X is 1, but I need 0. If I press right while inside the ceiling, then I get a 0. Why? We have theories, but don't. Just don't. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I need that because you guessed it right. We need to align, and I'm gonna go through this floor. Well, you guessed it right. You just saw the task. I just played it, just now. So, I just stand right before I go in here. And this RNG, I need to be careful about. So I land here, and I just, go right, and I jump. Anyway, it's just normal. Let's see. What's next? Oh, this is, worse than you also improved this. What does Smurfton do? He's doing his own tasks, so Smurfton is doing his own tasks, so he probably didn't help a lot here. He made a lot of suggestions in Discord and Twitch chat that, oh my god. Yeah, he made one suggestion that is really cool that I do remember. I don't remember anyone's suggestions. Anyway, worse than you did this part. Normally, Normally, what did I do? Oh, I remember now. So I land here, because if I don't land here, if I just fall all the way down here, which is fast, sure, I will face plant. Face planting makes you just stay on the floor, tripped, I guess, for like 60 frames. It's like an entire second, and you can't have that. So I land here, and I just walk off to the right. But Worse Than You doesn't do that. Worse Than You did something I didn't think about. Did I even think of that? I didn't think it would be faster, okay? He goes to the right and jumps straight up. And he goes down. So why is that faster? Because you gain control. If you just walk off, you can't do this. What I'm doing right now. Go to the right. And of course, you can just jump from here. So yeah, I just walked off and went right, and that lost me a lot of time. Jumping upwards loses only like 2 frames, and you gain some frames by being able to go right earlier and just what else is there? You also accelerate. Your falling accelerates because you start falling from a higher place. So that's also something to take into consideration. So I come down here. I hold left. Look, I'm gonna snap back to the right again. But now I'm gonna get pushed upwards. And then I'm just gonna walking left again. And I jump. Now, if I don't walk left, if I come down here, I'll never be able to escape. So I have to go left. But I don't go all the way left either. I jump now. And I think the shadows should be clearing now. So start. Oh my god. There we go. Now we can start seeing what's going on. So I'm here, and this is just normal raindropping. I try to speed this up by doing something, but I couldn't do it. I'll show you what it is right here. This might be able to be this might be improvable actually. So I just kind of barely get down here. So usually I would just raindrop all the way down, but here I try this other thing and it turned out to be faster. So what do? Pay close attention to the controls, I guess. That's the most important part. So I jumped and I'm holding left now. Also pay close attention to my X coordinate. So if I jump out, which is what it looks like I'm doing, if I were to jump out, then I can't get back in because I'll have the wrong align to get in here. I could align with this, but jumping out, aligning with this, and going in, just that doesn't sound fast, So what do? So I'm holding right. Okay, I'm still holding right. Right now, I'm at 562. And then I hold left. So now I'm at 560. And now I'm also pressing jump right now. So next frame, I jump, and next frame, I just did a run jump to the left. So at that frame, it did which direction you're pressing determines which way you're going to fly out. I guess if you're not pressing any buttons, then you'll just fly up. You'll just jump upwards. You press left or right. You jump left or right. So here I'm jumping to the left, and this part of the wall kind of acts like a ceiling for me. So I just kind of stay here, and I guess I kind of go up for a couple frames, and then I come back down. This, now I think about it, this could be very improvable, but I don't know how I would do that. But I'm holding right so that I will still be as close to the wall as possible, but I'm still pretty far from the wall. But the whole thing I did when I pressed right so that I get a 560, that gives me a good align. That gives me a good alien to get in here. Yeah. There's an easy way to determine what's a good align or not. So for example, this is you just add the units here. Well, you just divide by 3 and you just take the remainder and see if they're equal, right? So 560 and 551 have the same remainder if you divide them by 3. But the easier way to do it is you just add all the numbers here. So 560 is just 560, so you just add them and it just becomes 11. 551, add them all and it becomes 11. So it's the same. Or once you add them, you just get the remainder again, or just add or subtract 3 and just do the usual thing, and you'll just find that yeah, it's a good align or it's not. I'm just gonna continue here. So conveniently, next what I have is this thing, and what was inconvenient was what's convenient also though is that this looks like I'll just be trapped here, but I press left and this pushes me into the right wall perfectly, like it's just, so I can just yeah, I'm stuck inside the wall, so now it just pushes me down again. Now what was inconvenient though is that when I was RTAing this, when I raindrop again, I get pushed to the right, and that's because these this kind of formation, this wall going up and all the way down, and there's this platform in the middle, that formation for some reason pushes you right. If you do like a fast raindrop, which is where you do a 2-frame jump, the shortest jump possible, then you will you'll fall faster, and that actually means you will avoid getting pushed to the right. So also that's actually important. I need to tell you about pressing right. So if I press right, I get pushed by this wall out to the left, and now I would usually just consider this as walking off of the wall, so I should be just falling off, but for some reason I just gain control and I'm just going left. So I'll show that to you again because I just missed a frame. Also, if you remove that the matrix, I guess that's what I call the matrix, this is faster. And I need this back. Okay, so I'm holding right this entire time. Yeah, I'm holding right this entire time, but until I reach like this point, I don't get pushed out because of this entire platform probably affects that. When it comes to raindropping, I probably shouldn't say because I don't know why for any of this. There are patterns. There are things like I know what happens when I do something, but why? No, I don't really understand why. So now I'm just going left. And of course, I just jump here. And, just standard stuff. And I just wait here because it'd be slower to, like, jump down there and attack him. Yeah, someone linked me the Wikipedia page or something like that for this guy, Kalulu. I don't know if I can spell that right. Yeah, there's 2 mermaids, I guess. One's a guy and one's a girl, and this one's the guy. Mermaid. That's, I didn't know that. So here, this was a headache. Actually, this was really a headache. So this is the last 2 bosses. And they were like, it's pretty epic how it goes, actually. So, you see that Kalulu jumps, and I think I'll have this here, and remove this. No, this. And now let's see. So I jump around the time Kalulu jumps, but Kalulu has a 0.25. Okay, so we need to be looking at the Y of these. We need to be looking at the Y column, I guess. So just look at one of these 2 numbers, whatever is fine. But you see that the speed is like, I recorded, you don't see it immediately, but I recorded all these speeds, and I saw that the acceleration is 0.25, which is different from my acceleration, which is 0.15. That's the rate of change of my speed. So my speed starts at 5.65, and this guy starts at like 6.75. So he starts jumping faster, but falls faster too. Starts falling faster, I guess. So I had to synchronize all of that. And basically what I did is I just took the function of Lemeza jumping and falling, and Kalulu jumping and falling, and I took the subtraction of that. And it basically gave this like a curve that's shaped like this, I guess. And you'll see it appear in this right now here too. So I'm like up means I'm above Kalulu, and down means I'm like below Kalulu, and then I just go back up again. So we'll see that happening. And this is important to note. His horizontal speed, so the X speed, is 1 pixel per frame. So that's pretty convenient. I don't need this, so let's remove that, and let's take a look. So the first possible frame I could attack him happens to be right now. So I go right and then left again. You know, there might be a line that would let me like attack him from all the way back there. And well, the numbers are right here right now, so you can use that if you want. But I'm going to remove this because we don't need it anymore. I could, if you know the function, then you can predict all the numbers now. So the numbers are there just to figure out the function of these behaviors itself, and then you can just predict it. You only need like a few samples, I guess. So having them just on constantly is just, it's an annoyance. It's annoying. What I need though is this. So I use a knife and I attack a third time for the second set of knife hits, and then I go to the right a bit because, you know, Kalulu's gonna catch up to me. And right now I'm like really close, right? So I go 4 frames to the right and I do this again, and I'm like really close again to getting damaged. The red, obviously the red hitboxes hurt you, and the green hitboxes is what you need to attack. And I go to the right 4 frames again, and I'm aligned with this this platform. No, I'm not aligned with it. Never mind. Because if you look at this, then I'm not aligned at all. But anyway, so what am I aligned with? Oh yeah, that's right. It's this wall. Never mind. It was all the way back here. The line is important again for a reason. I'll tell you why. Now you'd think the line doesn't matter in this screen, right? Not with the fight, because I didn't take the fight into consideration. I should have actually thought about that. I have plenty of time to change my align, and I could try something else, I guess. But right now, this is the best I can do. I tried doing a lot of different things too. It's just very difficult. So right now this is bullshit right here. He just disappears. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 like frames. I should be able to attack him like that much more, but no. He just have to become invulnerable now. So you can see his hitbox right now. I am gonna go and to the right and align with this. Oh man, I almost took damage right there. Oh man. And now I'll show it to you this way, because all the splashing water around is just it's distracting. It's hard to tell what's going on. So I do one attack here, I do another 3 damage here, and you can see I have only 2 damage left, and I just barely get this in. That's good. Now I wonder if you saw that the curve that I was telling you about. So let's take a look at that again. I'm wondering if you noticed that. Alright, so look again. I'll do this again because it's easier, or maybe not. Okay, so I'm like above Kalulu, and look at the 2 green hitboxes. In fact, screw this and this. Look at how I'm going down, and now look at Kalulu is getting a bit more below me. So you can see that yeah, his acceleration is higher than my acceleration. And look at this actually. Now, see, this is his head right here, and he's gonna go to the right. Huh? So yeah, that's 2 close calls. I'll tell you that. And then we can see a closer. We can take a closer look at this. It's not that precise, this part, is it? Yeah, no, it's not that precise. This is not even frame perfect. So RNG actually dictates when he will appear also. So he would appear here or here. And one time I had him appear. He decided to come out of the water around here, and he was heading towards the right direction. So he gets lazy about turning around or something like that, and turns around and stops right here inside the wall, and he jumps out and lands inside here, and he never goes back into the water, and he just keeps shooting lasers. That happened to me once. That was fascinating. All right, so what I am gonna tell you now is about the lines, but for this room, and it's gonna be pretty great. So this is pretty important. I need to be paying attention to this arrow, those arrows. So I'm holding left. I mean, I'm holding left. Wow, I'm just getting my left and right just completely. You know, these days I don't know what's going on with me. Just messing up my left and rights. So left. And now that I'm inside the water, I go at half my usual speed, so that's important too. Now I start holding right here, so this makes me slow down a little bit each frame. And I went for 6 frames of going right, so I slow down and I hold left again, and that makes me speed up again. This is water physics, and this is just how it works. So, okay, I'm at full speed again. So I was at 1.5, and maybe I should show like maybe I'll just go here and start writing something. And yes, there's this. So alright, I'm at 1.5 speed, and my acceleration or my deceleration is every frame I hold right, I decelerate, my speed goes down by 0.03. So it goes like this, 1.5, and then for the first frame, here we go, 1.47, 1.4, okay, 1.41. I should probably just space these. Why am I using commas? This is gonna confuse all the Europeans in the world, but not the Europeans in other places, other continents, obviously. What am I talking about? 1.38, 1.35, oh yeah, anyway, you get the point. So I decelerate for 6 frames, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess that's right. Ignore these numbers, I'm just gonna do 0.03, 0.06, 0.09, 0.12, 0.12, 0.15, and 0.18. And then I accelerate again, so I start going 0.15, 0.12, 0.09, 0.06, 0.03. So all these I'm just subtracting from the series of 1.5s that I have. Oh, oops, that's a 0.15, 1.5, 1.5. Let's just copy paste this. What are you doing? There we go. That's easier. So each of these numbers, all this is the 1.5s that I could have had, but I'm just subtracting these numbers from it. And if you add the total of these numbers, it's what was it? Okay, it's 1.08. And okay, so this is important here. I go at half speed, and then I come out of the water for a while, so that I have full speed for 1 frame, and then I go right again, and then I go left, so that I have full speed again for a little bit. So that's like a few frames, so I can be closer to this door earlier. And now there's no more deceleration, none of this anymore. We don't even screw it. You don't need this. I explained what I was talking about. I needed 1.08 of less moving because of something as this door reveals itself. You can see here that there's a door object here, so I don't want to touch that, but obviously I'm not going to touch that considering that's like all the way up here, while the thing I need to go here is all the way down here. So I jump out, and now here's where a lot of control happens. So I go right, so I slow down. I'm going like at 3 pixels per frame, but I'm going at 50% speed right now for a few frames, and now I'm at full speed again. So here, in a few frames, this is going to go up. Now usually you can't get inside this gap. Well, that's usually. If you're going upwards, if you're ascending during a jump, you get this. And I'm going to start decelerating very soon. But the deceleration, if it happens too early, I will get pushed back out of this door. It has to happen right when this door goes up. So this is frame perfect. This is like something I really had to make sure about the timing. I had to land. I have to like start descending in my jump as this door goes up, as I'm standing right at that door, transition door align. That's right. 10, somewhere between 10 to 10.6. So I went with 10.08. Yeah. Right now, if I didn't slow down, I would have been at, what is that? What would I have been at? I would have been at like 9. Yeah, I would have been at x equals 9 right now, and that would have been bad. Because if this thing doesn't open, then when I touch the wall, I'll just get pushed like out. That would also push me out. There's a lot of things that would just push me out. So I don't want that. So a lot of things had to work at the same time right at this very moment. And since I'm holding left, I go in. Alright, and this is pretty epic because it's the longest one moment of just a spam of damage. So this is the idea Smurfton gave me, is that I had one, like I did a bunch of stuff, right? I mean, you remember what this is. I just did a bunch of damage, but I was 1 frame short from doing it. And then Smurfton told me, go right and then jump here. And I did that, and I had one more opportunity to attack. It was like barely possible because it's like, okay, this next frame, right now. And I just like barely make it, right? And I'm gonna start falling from here. I have to wait before I do my next knife attack. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, also, I can't start using my knife early because I have to align with this. Did I already align with this? Wait a minute. I don't recall. Dang it. There was a problem, I swear, but I don't remember what it is now. I think I... So you see that I barely can like touch this wall and like look right and not have my own hitbox touch the boss, like right here. Also, that's like the last knife damage I'm gonna do. Yeah. And finally, oh, that one, I need to show that too. Oh my god. I thought I pressed pause. Which one's the pause button? Which one's the unpause button? Okay, no. That one's the not make everything dark button. Let's take a look at that again. Pretty good. And that, it almost looks like 1 hit. But it's 3 hits, and it's 2 different weapons. Let's take a look at this. Okay. And I'm gonna do this and show you the whip. How close I was. Actually, no, never mind. I could have been standing all the way to the right, I guess. But that's the last hit, and that determines that. And now I just do this weird thing. I just do this weird dance. And man, I was tasking this just today. Also, that thing I explained with the swimming and the subpixel aligning. That was what I did today. And I did that. I did the same thing for Ghost Lord today, with the aligning and the door. So today was a door kind of day. There's a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of glitches going on. A lot of speedrun tricks that we're just finding because of all the tasking. But none of this is RTA. Definitely not. A lot of, I mean, like, none of the tricks we found by tasking is, none of them is RTA. Well, I guess generalizing that much is a bit much. Worst usually finds RTA strats. I don't care about RTA. Those are for Mirror Immortals, man. Mirror because I don't know. I just wanted to look at this. I just wanted to look at this. I just wanted to look at this. That's pretty weird. I don't. I just wanted to test it out, like what I could do on the ice. What kind of swag can I do? I should be touching this spike and just taking damage, honestly, but I didn't. So screw you. And I don't think I could find an improvement to this for a while. This feels pretty final to me. So that's that. I don't think there's even much to explain now. Here, let's do that. And this. No fast forwards. I'll just wait here. And that's it. Thanks for watching.